Yes. I changed by a bit. Okay. So, in case of my topic, I will talk today about another aspect of hydrogen production, about microbial electronic cells. Microbial electronic cells using Pneumonas bacteria to be on one of the anode cells, and on cathode is simple platinum, and the voltage occurring during the presence of some compounds and substrate to feed them, causing splitting of bond, and this split can form hydrogen. There are many possibilities, many ideas. First was simply to water, but water has this disadvantage that for splitting of water it requires 1.2 volts potential, while bacteria can only process up to 0.4 voltage potential. Therefore, in case of this bacteria, there was needed some extra charging. This extra charging required that we use some additional charging, for example, additional source of energy. So, in fact, it wasn't independent. Of course, there can be added photovoltaics to make this current as conventional method, but still is not green method, fully green method. And there is one. Other possibilities are given by us a method that would digest organic acid occurring after dark fermentation or methane production in case of Chinese. So the splitting also required a bit of energy. So, but some can be transformed, but not to hydrogen, but rather splitting to other lower organic compounds. So it can be used as the method of utilization on waste, but the highest potential has the ammonia. Ammonia splitting is required just 0.23, so it's ideal for bacteria. There are some industrial methods available now. Therefore, it is method thought so high that it can be transformed ammonia to split it to nitrogen and hydrogen. In this case, it's very, very simple and can be reversed easily by Fritz-Faber method. So we can both by this bacteria to store by ammonia and to split when we use. It's very method way more industrial available in Spain, for example, because it's very simple. It solves many problems requiring storage of hydrogen, because hydrogen biggest problem was the storage. So we can produce many hydrogen, but we need to use rapidly after generation. Of course, there are some hydrides, but the hydrides are quite very soft and fragile, so very easily to transform. So there are many hydrides, but working with them wasn't very successful and make the storing quite expensive. This was the trouble because we know how to store methane, but don't know how to hydrogen. Because hydrogen is very good energy carrier, very light and very slight. It's only also element that would escape in some very little time from atmosphere into space, but very little. So we require some method to store. And ammonia is perfect storage method. And because we can restore this, and can we be so high that people think that we will soon use ammonia, and if we make smart volumes, because in case ammonia splitting we require still quite high volume, much volumes of bacteria. Therefore, there is necessary to make so smart that we can use, for example, in car. Therefore, we can use them if we can use useful to car size. We can use ammonia as today typical fuel because we use and we can use it as hydrogen engines for a car and every facility that there is engine, and we make quite fast using and rockets and so on. So ammonia and microbial electrolysis are very good bacteria. And this is very interesting method and very promising. I think that very useful for also for hospitals because they can use this ammonia and, for example, revive the antibiotics by means of this because this bacteria will spit this ammonia from our urinic cycle and will leave only antibiotics, so this rest can be restored and recovered for because inactive to just active part to bacteria and to use again after. So this is some ideas. So I think that's fine for me because something different. Thank you very much.